as of the past couple days, old NASCAR races that have been uploaded to YouTube have been getting deleted. Now, a lot of people in the fan base and even myself kind of thought, I didn't really think, it was just kind of assumed that it was NASCAR that was doing this, and that that's what had been happening. NASCAR had been taking these videos down due to whatever they were going to do. In my personal opinion, I didn't really see anything about this. I just kind of heard about it, and when I saw about it, I kind of just thought that maybe they're going to make a NASCAR network or something like that. But now the truth has come out about what has actually happened to these old races, and it's not NASCAR's doing it all. So NASCAR is not deleting these old races. They have nothing to do with this. It is a fellow by the name of Jay Cocker. I don't know how you say it. I'll just call him Jay Cocker because that's kind of my sentiments toward him. If you get the little pun in that, and what I'm calling him. But so he's basically making reports on YouTube that these are his, and YouTube is taking them down, and the it's being filed by him. This has been shown to be true by I think it's RaceFan84, all these different people, Dave W, whatever. They have shown that, hey, it's not YouTube, it's not NASCAR, it's not like the NASCAR Media Corporation, because I've seen copyright claims from them. It's just some random Vanilla Cocker, whatever is the channel name that is taking them down. So that is a shame, but he has actually had a variety of tweets about the issue here today. So basically his first tweet was, quote, "Some justice was served last night when some of the people that have uploaded full NASCAR races to YouTube, in many cases races that came from my master or friend's original VHS recordings, were taken down. A definite step in the right direction," basically saying that the races came from his VHS tapes, and that he basically owned that. You move on a little bit further up in his Twitter. I'll just sum this tweet up by saying that I don't care if you disagree or agree with the NASCAR decision to take full races down from YouTube, but don't try to get snarky or run your mouth to me about it. You'll get blocked faster than Cale Yarborough on the backstretch at Daytona. So basically, once again, just saying, if you're saying anything negative about me, then you will be basically banned from seeing my tweets. So a good way to take criticism there is to just remove the guy. Yeah, that's good. That this kind of this type of people that I hate. Another tweet they sent out about it. At the end of the day, it's NASCAR's footage to do with as they see fit. I've never posted full races because I'm respectful to their broadcast rights that they own. I don't need subscriptions or clicks to feel bad about myself. The guilty parties deserved what they got, in my opinion. Now, the big thing about this is the first sentence that he says, quote, "It's NASCAR's footage to do with as they see fit." You know what NASCAR has not done all these years is remove those old races. You know why? Because they don't care. They don't care that a race from 2003 is uploaded. You know why they don't care? Because they're not making money off that 2003 race. If I went and wanted to upload the 2003 Carolina Dodge Steelers 400, NASCAR is not selling that race anywhere on DVD or VHS. They're not making money off that race. They do not care if some random race, if the 2003 Subway Fresh Fit 500 from Martinsville or Rockingham is uploaded to YouTube, because at the end of the day, they don't care what happens with those old races. They care now because they upload the races themselves. If I were to upload the 2019 Daytona 500, that would definitely be taken down because Fox owns it and Fox is still broadcasting those races right now and whatever. And also, NASCAR is just going to upload anyway on Monday or Tuesday. So there's no point to upload the races from now. But back, 2000, 2001, 2002, 1990, those races NASCAR doesn't care about. They're not selling them out on a DVD somewhere for, $25. It's just up on YouTube for people to enjoy. NASCAR drivers watch these races on YouTube. We have seen so many circumstances where NASCAR drivers have, been viewing these races on YouTube. It's been, teams have used these races to look back and see trends at a racetrack. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is the biggest one that has watched these races on YouTube. He, in fact, has a ton of VHS tapes. So if Dale Earnhardt Jr. wanted to upload these races, I'm sure he probably could. And let's see if this Jay Cocker guy can take those videos down. But at the end of the day, it's NASCAR's footage to do with it as they see fit. He just did what he wanted to do. He doesn't own these races. And that's where I'm trying to clear this confusion up that it's been NASCAR that's doing this, because it's not NASCAR. So if you still think it's NASCAR, I'm just here to tell you that it's not NASCAR. Do not get mad at NASCAR for this. Get mad at this Jay guy because he thinks he owns these old races because he recorded them on VHS tape. Spoiler alert, back when I was a huge Monster Jam fan, from like 2006, 2007 on up to like 2010, 2011, I have a ton of VHS tapes stored, in my room in like a box, whatever, right? You know how many people probably VHS, how many people recorded that on VHS tapes or on DVDs or whatever? Probably a lot. So if I were to upload an event from 2008, I would not expect it to get taken down by some random person who also said, I have this on VHS too, I'm going to delete this because this is mine. It's not yours, okay? People record stuff with their own VHS tapes. You're being dumb and selfish and stupid and foolish and an asshole for just doing that. It's not your property. This is NASCAR's property. They have done nothing with it because they don't care about it. The people have uploaded stuff because they record it themselves. I'm sorry to say this, but like the words I can use to describe this guy are, I could go through the roof with them, and I would rather not to at this point because I'd rather keep this YouTube friendly and not, anything bad. But and also, I don't want to get political with the whole thing because I could describe his whole tweets with someone else that is also on Twitter. I'd rather not do that either because his tweets kind of the first one where a definite step in the right direction, that kind of reminds me of something, but I won't get too whatever about it. But it's just stupid. He thinks he owns these races and he really doesn't. So, if YouTube were actually, right about stuff, they would, in fact, remove his account because that's, if you have false claims, too many of them, YouTube will take them down. Also, YouTube probably should have looked into it a little more. Instead, they just take it down. Now, I kind of wonder if I were to go to the video and say, this is mine, would they just take it down anyway? Because, like, honestly, how could they have said, oh, this Jay guy, yeah, he definitely owns that race. Like, how could they have done, like, I don't know how that got through the system and all that, but definitely YouTube's copyright system needs to have a lot more work done with it. So the only hope is that this guy, just settles down and people can upload these races again if they have it again. It's a shame because it's kind of fun to sometimes just go back and watch old races. I've done this so many times, and in fact, when the big reason I've done these retired NASCAR drivers' careers is so that when I'm looking through races, if I see one that I'm like, oh, maybe I should just check this one out. I'd actually been doing for a long time. I started at the 2001 season of NASCAR, and I've watched through since the end of 2003. That was a few years ago. I just didn't keep doing it, but it was a big goal of mine to keep going and get up to like the present day when I first started watching NASCAR. So to see like old races like this getting taken down, it's very, very disappointing, because you need these old races, and when you're kind of there and you're taking them down because you have the VHS tapes of them and you're kind of hoarding those for no one else to see, that's selfish. People are supposed to enjoy NASCAR's past and see where it came from, see what it was like back in the 80s and the 90s. If there's no footage of the 80s and the 90s, how are we supposed to compare, what NASCAR was like back then to what it is now? So this guy really is seeing it the wrong way, and he's apparently a big NASCAR history person according to his Twitter thing because he has so many pictures and whatnot of like old races from like the 80s and the 90s. If he appreciates the history so much, he should allow other people to appreciate the history just like him and let us watch these old races instead of taking them down for no reason. Next thing we know is going to be attacking NASCAR's channel for uploading those old races as well. So that's all I really have to say without going through the roof with it and getting really, really angry. But NASCAR is not behind these race deletings. That they have not done it for a long time, so they wouldn't start doing it now. The only reason I would see them ever start deleting old races is if they decided they were going to start a NASCAR network and run races 24/7 on there where it was like, old NASCAR racing, whatever. That's the only reason I would see them deleting old races, or unless, it was something on DVD. Otherwise, they wouldn't do that. So it's a very, very disappointing situation for sure for everyone involved. I feel bad for the people that have uploaded races that have had this happen to them the past few days. Race Fan 84, Dave W., all these different people that have uploaded races. I don't know what they're going through. I'm on their side though, and I hope that everything works out in the end with how it should be, and everything gets restored, and everything's fine in the end. So yeah, that is it. I thank you guys for watching. If you want to do anything about it, just look up Jay Coker on Twitter. That is J, just the letter J, COKER1. That is his Twitter handle. If you want to see these tweets in person, or if you want to tweet at him for some reason, I don't know why you would want to do that, especially since he's said he's going to block people if they say something. So I will just see you guys for the next video. Thanks for watching, and very, very interesting thing for sure. You know, that's kind of weird. I don't know how to describe it. I'm just going to stop now because I'm going off into a tangent. So thanks for watching. See you guys for the next video.